Buenas, soy Sebet. Estamos en el capítulo número 15 de ReFantazio. Vámonos. ¿Qué hago?
Got it.
Vale, no puedo.
All right then.
A ver. Imaginación. O esto de aquí. Que voy a saber qué es esto.
Let's go. Hey.
Discúlpenme, he entrado sin querer. A ver, ¿tú qué eres?
That will be quite enough.
Elocuencia, vamos a subir
Excuse
elocuencia.
me. Appreciate it. Gonna be tough.
Vale.
Did you hear that?
¿Qué clase de experimentos?
Take care.
All right.
Hombre, ha salido a pasear la elocuencia de mi cabeza.
Well then. All
¿Qué se
right
puede
then.
hacer de noche aquí? Vamos a escuchar lo viejo. Pero la imaginación. Oh, aquí hay.
Let's go.
Hay manos. Hombre, mujer y niño.
Just you. Now then. But
Muestra que es inteligente.
Listen.
No, ¿eh?
hopeless. It's over.
Odioso.
in those days, it's a living hell.
No me lo imagino.
Really?
Just a fantasy.
Entendido.
Yes. Listen. Don't ever forget that. Therefore,
Toma. 3.
no pain can stop me now.
Los renuevos para mercader. Tarifa mercantil. Mejor docenas de intercambio de mag. Talento del vástago.
Even then. You there.
Quiero mejorar la donación.
Left.
I'm off.
It would seem the disaster was averted.
Evento.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in it.
In history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty?
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust, this is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's a...
Anyone?
Even me? If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries.
So, literally anyone could be king?
But hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word! Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp.
I heard the announcement. The Church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent, and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
¿Debería preocuparme?
Is that a problem?
Luis is second in the standings. Any strikes against him would be likewise I will still seek to find him. Yet...
No! If we can't kill him, then how—
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there.
Vaya a
She wouldn't
buscarla.
leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
Voy a buscarla.
I'll go look for her.
You will? When I think of what might happen to her.
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
You're kidding!
All right then.
¿Cómo voy a saber dónde está? ¡Ah! No me gusta cuando me hacen buscar cosas. No me gusta.
Oh, I'm in it now. What's it now?
Que va, yo puedo hacerlo. Te puedo ayudar, tío.
Idiot peasant.
Come on!
Tú, basura. No me vaciles.
Ridiculous. How much do you need? Ridiculous.
Podría estar por aquí.
I'm in it.
Hey, listen. Sorry, but...
Hey!
All right then.
Leo!
Aprovecho para ver si hay alguna cacería.
Uh-huh.
No hay ningún otro.
It's all about the ball.
Him?
Who'll take the crown now? Hello there.
Huh? Why?
Los niños preocupados.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray. And he still doesn't come back.
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be. But if it gets any lonelier,
I'm sorry.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa. Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
Es por
That's
eso.
not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, we were with him, but...
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part
Todo
of
va a
it?
salir bien.
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort... Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the...
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Noche.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do...
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think...
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further...
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from... I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to...
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content our...
Chun. ¿Qué pasa, güey?
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Deja la mente en blanco.
Try to calm your mind. Don't be so tense.
Fair enough. I suppose if I've any real weaknesses... That book. Is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
¿Quieres leerlo?
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among... One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a king's... And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some... Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always... Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard with a majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can... A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but... Maybe we could look into whether that's really the only... Sleep should come easier now. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Sí que me duermo
Time
rápido, ¿no?
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Jo, como me gusta este juego.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take... And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents?
Vaya.
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it?
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it will be easy.
That reminds me. A crier for the church.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity an interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, but saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Ford...
Do you think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's...
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk.
Participaremos en el torneo.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was, which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill...
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit...
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit, but it...
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and...
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Por supuesto.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's...
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do.
Heredada del diario de Grius.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Debo continuar su legado.
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you. What's the... It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow!
You have your first...
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
Ese es el
That was
plan.
the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might...
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Gracias.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Be young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
Yo soy quien va a participar.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you wanna...
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register?
Ah. And help? Weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? What? We got a deserter?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close...
And, obviously, you're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
¿Qué tal un dragón? El de las
Some
minas.
postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which?
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contract.
You not here for this tournament then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got...
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villainous kidnapper.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa. You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little... Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster.
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not...
Stuck-up little...
He was right about the rules, though.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Que deje de convertir maldades porque no sé cómo. No sé, igual tiene un buen cabezón.
Maybe this criminal...
Come on, that's a stretch. And if he had a gigantic...
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please. Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme...
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee one. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay?
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some imp...
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the... We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured.
I see.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times, a pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
Jamás nos
He
reiríamos.
would never laugh at such a plight.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man.
Ah, thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request. Even with this tournament looming over. Closure. Thank you all. And thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Matira, la antigua ciudad, amurallada, vale.
Well, no backing out of this now.
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on.
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow.
Look at that.
Oi, oi!
No, thank you.
Pues claro.
Let's focus.
Hostia, dificultad 4. 100.000, chaval, y aumento de valor.
Let's call it.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect...
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a...
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer.
You don't sound too sure about...
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well...
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a nut.
You needn't speak so. In truth, though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my... We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can serve...
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight. Let's rest.
No puedo hacer nada, tengo que ir a dormir. Vale.
No.
Hostia, 23 estamos. No he guardado el 22. Ah, claro, porque pasa sin dejarme guardar, claro.
Good night. Can I come in?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
Alright. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell...
This one's important.
Debo buscar unos datos sobre mis viajes que contarle a María que estaba esperando que vuelva a casa. Conejo frito curativo.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak, but since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
No te preocupes.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Cuando me tiraron por tu culpa. Sí, me
Now
acuerdo.
that you mention it,
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. Ah, you needn't worry. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation... In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true... Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper had our lands embraced such accountability. Perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is my dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my...
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Día cero.
Juna!
Lady Juna!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky, blue and white. Faraway sky so clear. Let light be. Let Irish echo. What's that soul? Far beyond the
Jo, esta canción me ha puesto la piel de gallina.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Cryon! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound!
Him? So he was one of Luis's men?
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power! Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And, if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. Alright?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for them! It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What now? Isn't she a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool!
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on! So fast! Better hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Hostia.
Just a sec.
Can you hear me?
Let's see.
Joder. Misiones. Pues vale, vamos directamente.
Wow!
Oh.
Spectacular!
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
Otra vez 53 minutos ya, joder.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been
brilliant, isn't it?
Es increíble.
Yeah.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neuris. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the... Neuris? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask...
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might...
Pish and tosh, woman.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need.
I mean... Well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Well...
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now!
You've been acting stranger than usual.
Whoa!
Good God. Is this... a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather... Did you... really? You cannot...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? I'm working...
You imbecile! Poloni, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this... mania! You embezzle!
Mercy, please!
Look, this run... Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish.
What's all this now? They play the proud soldier at me and then...
'Tis no scheme. I would use it...
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? And now you want a gauntlet run of... Is His Highness... That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. What? I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk.
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can
count on him. If you're sure, I suppose.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off...
A criminal? Did the task not...
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing, we just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for...
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being... Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention, and thereby, Luis's. What do you think of this plan?
Confío en vosotros.
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew after... The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather have...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Vale, un segundo. Otra vez al baño. Sí, cada hora bebo, cada hora al baño. Yo flipo. Uy, no había pausado, vaya, lo siento. Pensaba que sí que había pausado. Pero no está pausado.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And I'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him.
Surcador calzado. Varias zonas para hacer distintas cosas como son la estrategia, la sala del recreo y la cocina. También puedes visitar la Academia de Veramor. Primero visita la sala de máquinas todo el tiempo y observa lo que te rodea por el camino.
Oh, yeah?
Vale, la sala de máquinas supongo... Vale, eso es dormir aquí, hostia. Hostia. echar un vistazo al barril preocupado. Sala de máquinas, ¿dónde estás? Bajemor está aquí. Puedo limpiar.
Hello? Spectacular.
Quiero mejorar las virtudes reales.
All right then. Let's head
Sala
there
de
right away.
recreo. Interrogante.
What now?
El diario de viaje del nuevo mundo. El arte de la persuasión. Sí.
What's that? What are you talking about?
Para conseguir ventaja.
No kidding.
All right.
¡Wow! La elocuencia. Para subir la telita.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner. The party gains a short, peaceful respite.
pasa si paso el rato con el resto? Vale, con este. Con Struggle. Supero el qué. Imaginación. Quiero subir valor. Si es que puedo.
All right then.
Torre de vigilancia. Vamos a leer otra vez. Librería. Aquí, Salder, creo. El arte de la persuasión.
What's that?
Mirar fijamente.
Look at that.
Sure, but
All right.
3.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
True.
I knew it!
O puedo mejorar el valor.
Hey.
Sí.
Now then.
Porque seguro que necesito valor para algo.
Hey.
Quiero viajar.
So that means...
Oh, I see, I see. Aye.
Luchemos por el cambio.
Look at that.
Yeah. Hey.
Hago lo que se me ocurre en el momento.
Well...
What the? All right.
Now then.
¡Hombre! Valor nivel 2.
Courage. Why, that's...
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magma, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magma surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
That's...
Certainly.
Hey.
¿Me lo regalas?
Yeah.
Dibujo del árbol de la profecía.
Hey there.
Mira.
Huh?
Huh?
However,
All right.
4.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Vale. ¿Cuál es esta? Imaginación los dos, ¿eh?
All right then.
Vamos a leer. Leer el libro.
What's that? All right.
Tratarlos con frialdad.
Man,
That's...
All right.
Quindi l'eloquencia sube al 2, Kafuta.
Now then.
Toma. Vale, necesito imaginación.
Eloquence. Why, that's...
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ah, llevo 1 hora 21 minutos, necesito guardar.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign! It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony, I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the...
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, then.
Swords is a clash to halt each other's advance. Damn fool.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Glodell cannot match Guido's fire.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Tenemos que ayudar a Glodell y veamos cómo acaba esto. Vamos a ayudar.
Let's give Glodell a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Glodell's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for...
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run.
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Glodell! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That gauntlet runner. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished! You dare interfere in my fight! Know your... Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names?
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Scour! In the name
Resiste,
of justice,
joder.
Swordmaster! Take that! Useless!
¿Cómo que fallo?
What could you hope to achieve?
Good! Nice one, Captain!
Only a flesh wound.
Come at me!
He knows we can't attack him.
With his blade in hand!
Vale, ves, hace curación a todos.
I stand waiting.
I will fight with pride. Fight as power. Roar!
You disgrace the
No
sanctus
holding back!
blade.
You'll be dust!
Let's go!
Allah.
Hope to achieve.
For all that we strive for! I will not let you die.
That helped.
My thanks.
It's okay.
Come forth, royal soul!
Is there another way?
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
No puedo usar síntesis, ¿por qué?
Fight as power.
Ese divino contraste solo le afectaba de esto. Vamos a hacer ciclo contra el...
Wind!
Vale, bien, hostia.
I shall vanquish evil.
I'll crush you!
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must now feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Raise my praise.
Allah.
Hard. This is God's judgment.
Someone get him back on his
Sanctism
feet!
will
Is that
reign.
all?
Take this.
Humbert's badly wounded. Someone heal her!
Just the thing.
Hulkenberg
We have to
is
see
down.
another day.
She needs help.
I won't hold back! Scour!
Sanctism will reign.
Supongo que no me puedes atacar, cabronazo.
Kneel before him. Take this.
Captain's hurt bad.
This is God's judgment.
Hulkenberg's down. Someone help her get back in the fight.
Creo que voy a perder esto, No tengo nada que cure.
Healing us.
Thanks.
I owe you.
Resistance is futile. Take this.
What can I do?
Badly wounded. Can anyone heal him? It got Stroll.
Wasn't enough.
Sanctism will reign. Come at me.
Stroll got knocked out. Can anyone get him back on his feet?
Let's try this.
I live to see another day. Let's try this. I knew you'd help.
Sanctism is supreme. Sanctism will reign.
Oh, please.
Take this. Damn it.
For all that we strive for!
Expose your sins.
Wind!
Know your place.
I call upon royal power within.
Bloody hell!
It's not
I
working!
can't move!
We can't attack the dough!
Sanctism will reign! Take this! Sanctism will reign!
Still standing. Someone heal her!
This should help.
Behold
Light is
my power!
Maybe not. Freeze!
In the name of justice!
This calls for one of these.
Witness the power of Sanctism! Sanctism will reign!
On your flesh wound.
Sanctism will reign!
Joder.
Here.
My thanks.
No, no quería hacer esto.
Peasants!
Let's try this.
My spirit is unbroken!
Sanctism will reign!
Nothing.
Take this! Take this! Come at me!
Knight!
Are you alright? That helped.
I owe you.
I'll show you. Let's go. Bird!
In the name of... No holding back! Take that! I shall seize my chance! Take this!
Is that all?
Sanctism will reign!
Dear God! Can anyone heal him?
Come! Healing us! I knew you'd help.
Helpful as ever.
Behold my power!
Scour!
I shall fight as the noble I am. I call upon royal power within! This should work.
Sanctism will reign! Take this!
Nice dodge! You've got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
Let justice prevail! Are you alright? That helped.
My thanks.
I will
A
fight.
ver, se supone que tengo... Vale, a ver.
This should work.
Now, what's the play?
Here! Witness the power of Sanctism! Sanctism will
Is
reign!
that all?
Kneel before
On your flesh wound.
Sanctism will reign!
You're badly wounded. Someone heal her.
This is God's judgment!
Hijo de puta.
Sanctism will reign!
Get her back up.
Take it. My spirit is unbroken.
Take this! Take this!
On your flesh wound.
Take this! Come at me!
Stroll got knocked out. Can anyone get him back on his feet?
Here.
Live to see another day.
To go to his side.
Here.
So, the faithful are broken before you. Yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
bend the knee! Now, are you prepared for the end?
I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine...
Phew. Finally. Hey! Get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I just wanted to help you.
A likely story? Out with it.
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that's... Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for it.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Besides, I might have found another angle here that...
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless drive.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember...
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh! I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden Watchable, is that? Yes, the...
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of...
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet rod.
Luis.
Vaya.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide...
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladell got...
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has...
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing.
Glad to see Lady June is safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these...
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
Somos sus partidarios.
We're your supporters.
Hence your retaliation against Godot, then?
He's also a candidate, though his name doesn't carry any weight.
One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Who's curious?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This...
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of swordhounds.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them?
Why? I dare say I saw them use
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized.
You do know what that vision's built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can...
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests, and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it! It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the...
Let's say we go check.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Pareces preocupado.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just... I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a... I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that, but somehow, that civilization just up.
Sounds kind of far-fetched.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing, absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daft. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface, and my tinkering, all something about it, utterly captured my...
Wow. You could...
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary... The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's...
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
This one's important.
Sin plazo. Recompensa, vaya caca de recompensa.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Una hora y 46 minutos, pero ¿qué dices? ¿Qué dices, loco? Voy a terminar aquí el episodio. Hasta aquí este capítulo. Soy Sedet. Nos vemos en el próximo directo vídeo. Chao.